Oh, what's up people? I'm Alana from Win-Win, and in this video here, the one that you're watching, I'm going to be going and doing a review for you of free resume building software that you and anybody can access online to create your own resume. And when this stuff is saying that it's free, that is completely, quite frankly, bullshit. It's actually not free. It starts at generally like, let's say $3, and then it goes up to a couple of hundred depending on which software that you get. Now the main claim though is that this stuff is amazing. I built my own resume and then 5 seconds later I got 1,000 job offers. Okay, great. But let's have a look at some of the stuff anyway. The main thing is it applicant tracking system friendly or not? Because that is what's going to be the key catalyst when you're applying for jobs. What is an applicant tracking system? I'm not going to go into too much depth with that one because obviously I've covered this quite significantly. But applicant tracking systems are the filtration systems that mining and recruitment companies use. As you may know, within Win-Win, we have a division that only does mining resumes. There are 4 people and they do mining resumes all day long. And why do we have such a massive success rate? And why do I need 4 people to do resumes? Because our resumes are 100% applicant tracking system friendly and compliant, because we've used multiple, well, owned, should I say, multiple different applicant tracking systems that including some of the world's biggest mining companies have used. So back to it, let's go have a look at some of this software and work out, is it applicant tracking system friendly or not? All right, so the very first thing that we're going to do to check some of this out is go into this free resume builder. You can type into whatever search bar that you're using, Google, Chrome, whatever it is, DuckDuckGo, and just whack that in there. Free resume. Let's go free resume builder. So we hit the search on that. Free resume builder, Australia's top resume builder. Righto, there are so many as you can see. It's really simple. If you want to give this a crack, good luck. You can even do it on Canva, but I can tell you right now, after having a look at some of the Canva, sorry, word's not working. After looking at some of the Canva templates, they are pretty much 1,000,000% not resume, sorry, applicant tracking system friendly. So let's have a little squiz at this one. Australia's best free resume template. So what we're going to do here, create a resume and get a job 2 times as fast. Awesome. Let's see if this works. Choose from 21 recruiter approved templates. Use pre-written text examples, download, print or email. So look, straight off the mark, if I was looking at that template there or any of these, let me tell you what applicant tracking system, some of the things they filter, right? It's not just keywords, everyone knows about keywords, but it's also format. So some of the things, how an applicant tracking system reads is left to right, meaning look at all these here, that one's actually okay, bad example, but let's have, in fact, let's just chuck it in. So see how you've got 2 columns here with information there, bang. That is immediately basically not applicant tracking system compliant for even some of the most cheapest applicant tracking systems. And these things cost usually a couple of hundred to a couple of $1,000 per month, depending on what package that you've got. So let's have a look at some of their designs. All right, let's calm down. So this is how you use it, really simple. Entry level, ooh, that's definitely me. So let's go senior with this one. What industry are you making this resume up for? So if you went to construction, manufacturing, add your own. Let's just chuck in this one. There we go. Let's add that in, see what happens. So then you come along and it's got all the different templates that you can use. So, all right, well, let's have a look at the unique ones. Just keep in mind, when it comes to applicant tracking systems, the simpler it is, the better. So ones like this, again, that is all right, let's crack open this template, see how this goes. Create a resume, you've got the option to create it bang straight from scratch or transfer it over. Let's have a look at this. Now I have actually got a resume and I'm going to upload it that I fiddled around with, so let's have a look at that. Righto, so obviously I just uploaded the fake resume that I just made up, and so it takes you to this section here, which is where you're starting with all of your contact details. I'm not putting in, that's my real email address if you're that bored and you want to email me. Also I'm not putting my phone number, in fact yeah I will, so if you want a real number, feel free, give that one a call. It's not really, don't. Anyway, so then you go along like this, and then you're basically asked to create an account. So I'll just skip that for now. As we go on to the next stage, let's add your experience. So I'm just going to pause this for a second. So again, here is where you will be filling in your information. Twiggy, hit me up if you need a new CEO. All good, I'm ready, here I am. You just keep adding in this sort of information. I currently work here, or your end date, whatever it might be. If you need to go back, you can do that, or you just hit the continue button and go on to the next page. So this here, let's have a little squiz. Recommendations for a CEO: brought in this amount in new business each quarter. That's really, really, really specific. When it comes to resumes, you need to like smash in as much information to hit yes, the keyword count, but also to show your experience without going over the word count, which is actually a thing as well in applicant tracking systems. So develop long range plans for business growth resulting in blah, blah, blah percentage of an increase in annual sales. That again is a point that you potentially might want to elaborate on. Yeah. So as you can see here, it's basically populated everything from the old resume into this resume, but it's actually completely messed up all of the points. So this is as well where they're going to give you ideas as to what to add in there. So you can pretty much just copy and paste all this if you want to, but I definitely would not recommend it, because a lot of this stuff is based upon your success is going to be based upon elaborating on key information that's actually relevant to the job that you're going for, not just the one that you just had. So then basically you're going through and you're going to be doing that for every single one of the jobs that you have. So it's basically you having to fill all this information in. So if you're good with resumes, I would suggest this is probably a good thing to use. Now I'm just kind of fiddling around with this. So with this here, I actually had this as one of my job titles, and as you can see here, these are some of the stuff that has come up. Update your experience, monitor production line, watching for pileups or jams. Like if you're, let's say, a multi-skilled operator, like you've operated trucks and rollers and water carts and all that sort of stuff, a lot of these things are not really going to be relevant. Most of this software, even though this one said that it's Australian, is actually made and created in the US, so it's not really that compliant, even though some applicant tracking systems are made in the US as well. But this stuff here, if you put multi-skilled operator, and then you put received incoming shipments and reviewed contents against purchase order for accuracy, that's not really going to be relevant to, like, let's say a dump truck operator. But hey, let's see what comes up with that actually. Operator, let's see. All right, so that's pretty vague. Maintain strict compliance with safety rules for passenger and driver protection. Maintain safe driving habits to protect property and general public on roadways. If you are a dump truck operator for, let's say, BHP right now, I want you to answer this. Is this gonna get you a job? Perform pre and post trip safety and maintenance checks to mitigate hazards. Ba-boom. Okay, cool. I wouldn't, yeah, you can use this if you want, go for it. But it's probably not going to be very compliant to, or applicable even to the job that you're going for. Alrighto, so I've just kind of skipped ahead then. It's basically you're just copying the same thing. Add your education, so we'll chuck this one in here. Harvard Law School, there we go, whatever, obviously I'm just adding this stuff in. Add coursework or other details. Let's have a check out of what that is. Yeah, not really relevant. Harvard Law, we'll chuck that in there. Then the next one comes into add in your skills. This is an outdated practice that people don't add to resumes anymore, so you can put this in here if you want. Oh yeah, safety compliance. That's not going to hit many of the keywords. Safety would probably be a good one. Teamwork would probably be a good one. But this is where elaborating on key details is the key to success with everything. So especially applicant tracking systems. Add a summary. Obviously a summary, precise operator. Whew. With top skills in equipment and high-speed machine operations and parts inspection. A tentative and organized individual with however many years of hands-on experience working in manufacturing units, recognized for consistently maintaining safety standards and operating procedures. I wouldn't say that that's going to be a key selling point. That's actually gonna, if you are, let's say, a CEO or a multi-skilled operator, that's actually going to get you the job that you want. So add more sections. Accomplishments, don't add accomplishments, like seriously. Activities and honors. If you have got a very, very strong background and you have achieved honors such as like a mechanical engineering like diploma or something like that, you can add that sort of stuff. Certifications and licenses, that is 100% what you need to add on. Do not add hobbies unless you have no relevant work experience, because quite frankly nobody cares about your hobbies unless they are relevant to the job that you're going for. We don't add them in. Alrighto, so let's have a look here. Create an account. Alrighty, so then this is the final page after going through absolutely everything. 14-day full access for $2.85. Yeah, that's ridiculously cheap. Okay, monthly access for $10.45. So pretty much your free resume is now like costing you money. So that's false advertising right then and there, off the mark. And it could be costing you a monthly subscription. Yeah, $10.45 is not going to break the bank, but apparently this stuff was meant to be free. So let's talk pros, cons, and would I recommend this software here if you are trying to create a professional resume? All right, let's start with the pros, because there are actually some. Pros are it is fast and easy to use this, and it's cheap. Although it claimed it was free, which is bullshit. $2.85 to get a resume, that's ridiculous. Like very, very cheap. So if you are not in the position to be spending a lot of money on resumes, then like knock yourself out, give this a shot. But the only issue is that I would potentially suggest that you would most likely be coming back to a professional in a couple of months to get it done properly. So back to the pros though. Okay, as you saw, it's populating information from one resume and putting it into a different template. So pretty much if all the right information is already on the resume that you've got, then actually quite frankly you wouldn't even need this software. So that can give you a brand new pretty template with the same information on there. Now the information that the software was trying to give me that as suggestions, I wouldn't actually recommend utilizing a lot of that, because there was information that was not relevant to the job. So as you saw from the example of the dump truck, I put in dump truck and none of the key information came up that from their examples and suggestions, which actually would have been beneficial to a dump truck operator. So what sort of truck did you drive? What were you hauling? Pre-start information, elaborating on safety information and terminologies. That's the sort of stuff that you really, really want. So I would potentially suggest that is detrimental. Okay, also when it comes to the cons list as well, you can tell it's US software. It's American from the spelling and from the information that they were trying to give you or the suggestions to populate. So I wouldn't recommend that that's going to be useful for, let's say, Australian mining jobs, if that's what you're going for, and it probably is, that's why you're watching this. So would I recommend this stuff? No. Okay, it's cheap, but look, as we all know, you get what you pay for. If you are paying $2.85 and expecting that to get you the job of your dreams, I'd be very, very dubious. If you want to use it, go for it. And that is why I actually have no qualms in showing you where to get it and like utilizing it myself for this video. So if you want to use it, go for it, right? However, nothing beats having a resume writer who's going to ask you targeted questions and make sure that that resume is 100% applicant tracking system friendly and compliant. So again, most of the templates that are on offer with this free software are not compliant at all. If you've got split columns, if you've got photos everywhere, graphics, excessive fonts, you've got excessive information, the word count is out, the page count is out, then you're most likely going to be having or ending up with a resume that is non-compliant. And you also need to have that key information and terminologies that are relevant to the job that you're actually going for. So would I recommend this? I'm going to leave that to you. Go, feel free to give it a shot. And look, if this has been helpful, feel free to subscribe to the channel. I would love it if anyone has used this and got jobs to send me a copy of your resume, or if you need help getting into the mining industry or getting into any industry utilizing a resume that's going to get you some pretty awesome results, feel free to hit us up at info@winwin.com.au, and remember, it's a number 1 instead of an I. And thanks for watching, and maybe check this video right here out.